Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name is Dave Thompson, that is Matt Kelly, and this is the show where we teach you that if you're staring down the barrel of 40 plus years in a corporate job that you know is going to suck, there are other options. Impossible is an opinion, and you can literally create whatever the hell you want. Matt Kelly, he is the man that can smell success at every turn. Mate, what is up? What else would you rather be doing on a Tuesday night than Living Outrageously podcast? How good is this?
I don't think there's anything you can do. You know why, Dave? You know why there is nothing better to do?
Why?
Guess. See that?
It's a turning point.
That's the line. Jump over the line. This is a turning point. This is tonight. Get ready, Dave. Just get ready. That's all I can say. This is massive.
Is the sloth dying tonight?
The sloth is being severely wounded. No one can guarantee the sloth will never return. The sloth has.
He's like a mutant alien. You kill him, but he comes back.
Oh, he'll always come. Zombie, man, zombie. He'll come back. But there are steps you can take to minimize the effects of the sloth, and tonight we are doing it. But before we start, I've got an exciting quote I want to read right now from our good friend Seth Godin. Right? Well, he's a good friend to me. I don't know if I'm a good friend to him, but whatever. He's a good friend. So
let's go.
All right. Seth Godin says, "How can you squander even one more day not taking advantage of the greatest shifts of our generation? How dare you settle for less when the world has made it so easy for you to be remarkable?" Dave, tonight is the night. We are going to stop the no action. No action is dead. Put it down with the sloth. Samurai sword it. How can you not take action when when this environment has been made and it's so easy to be remarkable? This is big. This is exciting. I'm so ready for this. Mate,
this is going to be because, all right, let's cut straight to the chase. The short of it is we are designing our ideal, perfect, average day.
That's it.
Exciting stuff, man. I even got some super kit on because, hey, in my perfect, average, ideal day, I'm just really chilled and do whatever the hell I want. So if I want to wear a Hawaiian shirt, I do it.
And this is the party shirt. That's what this is.
Well, mate, that's whatever, absolutely whatever. This is your day. This is podcast viewer. This is your day. You do what you want to do on this day. Today we're taking a book. We're taking a blank book, and you're picking up your pen and you're going, all right. I'm going to write some cool shit in here. You could be directing your own movie.
Ooh, I like that.
Whatever it is to you. You could be writing your own song. Today, we teach you how to do it on Living Outrageously because that's what it's all about, is whatever is your outrageous, you need to go out and do that. Because if you play small, oh, shit. You won't give up on these, will you?
Listen, we talked about it last episode. I've got to do it. So, if you're new to the podcast, welcome. I want to give you something for free. Literally for free. No cost, no strings attached. It's all good. You've used a computer at some point in your life. I know that because you're watching this podcast. Would you like a free wireless computer mouse? I've got a number of these. These are from a venture that we didn't go through with. So I've got samples I've got a box of samples. They are brand new. They are imported from Hong Kong. This one's the cool transformer. Blah, blah, blah. If you want a free wireless computer mouse, all you have to do is go to facebook.com/livingoutrageously. Tell us what you think about your life, whether or not you're living outrageously, whether or not you want to live more outrageously, what you want to do, what action you'll take, anything you want, really. Just come say hi. Eric Svensson, our good friend of the show, has already won one of these. I will be contacting him and letting him know that shortly. So, Eric, if I haven't already, congratulations. Someone else will be winning one. Well, a few people might if they go on our Facebook page. Dave, over to you.
Mate, I love that. That is Living Outrageously because, folks, clearly, Matt the Man Kelly loves computer mice. Now, personally, I do not share his passion for computer mice. As long as it works, I'm pretty happy. I got the standard thing, and it's even got...
Oh, Dave, that's wired. You need
one of... I'm old school. Maybe I'll go post on the Facebook page. See, whatever outrageous is for you, whatever you love. Matt Kelly likes mice. Good on him. Fair play.
Nice.
I'm sure there's people out there that either like mice or want mice or just humour him anyway.
It's free. It's free.
It's free. It's free. It's swag. What do they say in the States? It's swag.
Nice. Dave, shout out. Do you have a shout out to make?
I have a shout out, mate. All right, so this is pretty cool. So there's this chick, Steph Fallon. She goes to me. She's like, all right, Dave. So she's like, all right, you've got this podcast called Living Outrageously. I'm like, yes, I do. She's like, you like to live outrageously? I'm like, yes. She's like, all right. So you know that song LMFAO, I'm Sexy and I Know It? And you know how they like wiggle, 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 wiggle? Yeah? I'm like, yes, I do. She's like, all right, you got to do that on the podcast. Right? And so she's saying this thinking like, he's never going to do that. He's never going to do that. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? I'm all in, baby. So ready? 3, 2, 1. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, yeah. Wiggle, yeah. Wiggle, yeah.
Wow. How do you feel now, Dave? How do you feel?
Mate, look at me. I feel awesome. Like I challenge podcast viewers. This is a quick tip, right out, straight up. Quick tip. I challenge you, if you're a podcast viewer and you're feeling like ass, right? Go do 3 wiggle yeahs and then tell me that you still feel like ass. And if you do, go do another 3. And keep wiggling and doing yeah until you feel good. Because I promise you, you will feel good if you do it enough.
It won't take too long. It really won't.
Wiggle! Yeah! Wiggle! Yeah! I loved it so much I wrote wiggle, 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 yeah on my wall. I'm into like this, this podcast viewer feedback and...
Oh, we love it. If you are watching this show and you don't go to facebook.com/livingoutrageously, you are not living outrageously. It is that simple.
Matt Kelly's just firing up because he wants to give away mice. He wants to give away his mice. Look how passionate he is.
There are mice to be given away, limited stock. We've only got a few here, and I'm willing to give them away to any viewer who comes on and tells us what they think. It's that simple.
See, you know what, my friend? If you were at high school, you would probably get paid out for your love of mice. But on Living Outrageously, you are in fact celebrated. Because that is awesome.
We should be careful here. I don't want anyone to think that I'm obsessive over computer mice, but I do like a nice computer mouse. I've got my nice one that I use, and I like computer mice, so why not?
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. And I like drinking cold green tea.
That's cool.
In fact, I'm going to pour myself a new one right now.
Very good. Very good.
It's very thirsty in the podcast arena. All right, I think we should get down to business, Matt Kelly. What do you think?
Oh, no, I'm ready. This is a big episode. We're excited because this is it, Dave. This is the turning point that everyone needs. If you haven't gone through this process yet, you are going to right now. You have to. It is a requirement. Even if you decide not to, you're still going to. Let's face it. You have to do this. It is big.
Subconsciously, you will do this, even if you don't write it down.
Yeah.
Right? There is no escaping. If you listen to the end of this episode, you will make a shift. Your life will track towards what we're about to talk about, what we're about to design. All right? So, all right, Dave. People out there are going to be like, all right, awesome, Dave. So we're going to design my ideal life. Like, are you freaking serious? As if that's ever going to happen.
Yep.
Right? And why should I do that? Why should I do that? Why should I design my ideal life? All right. This is why. Because clarity about what you want is power. Clarity is power to the samurai. When you give the samurai a clear set of instructions, this is what I want precisely. Precisely. When you tell the samurai that you want him to go out and purchase you 6 honey glazed donuts with pink icing and hundreds and thousands sprinkles, and they must be in a 6-pack, and the donuts must be 14 centimeters in diameter, the samurai's like, that's too easy, man. I know where I can get them. Buzz! He just straight through the slot.
The samurai does not get distracted by anything that sits down as its path. That's why they're the samurai. That's why they've got that sword. They come through, they slice through. Ignore the distractions. Ignore that stuff. Get that clarity about what you actually want. Clarity is power.
It's the way of the universe, Matt. Like, when you decide what you want, when you get clear, the universe is like water, man. It's going to get out of your way. You push through, it's going to move away. It does not want to get in your way. And, all right, people out there are like, oh, yeah, you boys are, like, talking all this crap.
No, I'm going to give an example, Dave.
You guys are full of shit. And No, we are not. This is true stuff. Matt Kelly, hit me.
Oh, okay, so example, real quick. My parents, when I was really young, lived in Sydney, nice little suburban house, all good. My dad was flipping through a magazine, saw a house that he wanted, his dream house. If we had that, it would be amazing. It was on the water, it was big, whatever. Cut it out, stuck it up on the board next to his desk, blah, blah, blah. About 10 to 15 years later, he's opened that box after moving a couple of times. He's pulled it out and he's gone, "You're kidding me. That house just up the street from where he now lives, and by the way, that's 1,000 kilometers away. That's a 1 hour flight away. He's moved multiple times, did not know where that house was. He's pulled out a sheet of paper and gone, what? The house that he was living in is one that he built. It was better than that house, and that house was just down the street from him. Completely miraculous. Had no idea why it happened, no idea how it happened, but he got that clarity, that image in his head originally, and everything sort of just went through the gradual process and step by step, got closer and closer, finally had exactly what he wanted."
Wow, man.
Crazy.
Wow, that is awesome. So basically he's like, yep, I want this house, puts it on his wall. A few years later, he moves into that exact same street. He's like, holy shit, that's the house I was after, but I'm actually living down the road in a better house.
That's it. That is exactly what happened.
Mate, and you know why? You know why that is? It's because your reticular activating system that we talked about in episode 1 or 2, it's the little freaky thing in your brain that when it focuses on something, it goes after it. This RAS, this reticular activating system, it can only deal with 5 to 7 things at any one time. So, you better, why would you choose to focus on how crap your life is or how poor you is?
How stressed you are.
If you focus on how stressed you are, guess what you're gonna get? Stress. If you focus on how you've got no money, guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get a whole lot of no money. If you focus on the fact that you don't have a girlfriend, guess what you're gonna get? A whole lot of no girlfriend. If you focus on how awesome your life is gonna be, guess what you're gonna get? A whole lot of awesome life.
It's that simple. It's really simple. If you know what you want, if you focus on it, if you make it one of those 5 to 7 things, it will happen. It is that simple. Why aren't people doing this, Dave? This is crazy.
Mate, people don't know that this exercise exists. Like, seriously. And it's not just us making some shit up, all right? The top players in any game are doing this. Frank Kern, internet marketer, made $20 million in 1 hour on a product launch. He is the man. He did this exercise, and he was like, among other things, he wanted a shower with 12 water faucets and a seat around the outside, and he wanted his shower to be 3 meters by 3 meters. Well, guess what? 3 years after he did this exercise, he moved into a house, and that was exactly what his shower was. And he found the little notes that he'd written, and he was, freaked out. He was like, you're kidding me.
When he looked at the house, he wasn't looking for that feature. But in the back of his head, in his subconscious, he was like, I must get that particular feature in that particular house. Without even thinking about it, he's moved in there. Crazy. But it's the way it is.
RAS. That's the RAS, mate. That's the RAS. You tell it what to focus on. You feed up that samurai. You tell him what you want. He's going to go get it. That sloth is not getting in the way. And by the way, if you don't know who the samurai or the sloth is, go to episode 1. We tell some pretty funny stories. The sloth is that lazy guy who says, yeah, you're not good enough. Just go and have a beer and sit down and go to sleep. The samurai is the guy that's all action. Boom! See you later, sloth. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to achieve my goals. So check out episode 1 if you're a bit unsure on the sloth and the samurai, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory, man.
I don't think we need to explain that, but no. if you need some explanation about how it works, go back episode 1. It's that simple.
That's right. All right, let's get down. Let's do this. Let's do this episode. Let's do this question. Let's do these questions so people can get really clear. I've done this exercise and it is so much fun. It actually takes a bit of time, but...
Focus, Dave. Focus. Takes a little bit of focus.
Let's do it. All right, so... I want people, when you do this exercise, go in a space where you're all relaxed, where there's no other distractions, right? Turn off the Facebook, get rid of the phone, right? This is you. Go to the bush, go to the woods, I don't know, go sit on top of your house, right? Find somewhere by yourself. And you need to get a bit of paper, and on the top, you need to write this question, and then you need to ask yourself this question. If there were no limitations or consequences, what would my perfect, average, ideal day be?
Can we just clarify? Average does not mean of all the good and all the bad, I want one in the middle. No. Average means every single day.
Average means You have to do this stuff every single day of your life and not get sick of it and not die from it.
So what we're really saying is, if you had the opportunity to do the same thing every day, and the things that you love, the things that you wanted to make your life, what would they be?
Limitations, Matt Kelly. Limitations. Let's define that. So, if there were no limitations, we're talking no financial limitations, no geographical limitations. Mm-hmm. You had no health limitations. You know, some people go, oh, I couldn't run a marathon. I have bad knees. Well, if there were no health limitations, what if there were no limiting people around you? You know, people that say, oh, you're not good enough. You can't do that. People that want you to go to the pub on a Friday night and get full of beer when really you should be hustling on your project. You know, if there were no people like that. Consequences. Let's get clear on consequences. Consequences just simply mean, you know, they just mean this. It just mean like stuff that could get you into trouble.
Mm.
You know, so all right. If there were no limitations and no consequences, what would your average, perfect, ideal day look like?
This is going really blue sky, Dave. This is going, it can be literally whatever you want it to be. Forget about the hurdles that you face right now when you say, I want to do that. Forget about that. It does not matter.
Can I bring up a point there? So, all right, people are going to go, you know, Dave, I really want this massive mansion, but I have, you know, I'm on minimum wage. I'm earning $6.50 an hour flipping burgers or whatever. Or I'm earning $20 an hour, but I'm working for the man. All right? I want you to do something for me, please. Please. I would just love it if you did this. Just suspend disbelief. So you're at the moment, you're like, yeah, that's never going to work. Just like take that and just like rest it here for the moment and just go, hey, I'm just going to be a bit playful. I'm going to have a bit of fun. Like, you know, fuck it. What if I woke up in the morning and I found like, you know, $4 billion worth of diamonds underneath my dog's kennel, you know, because that could totally happen. You know,
can I
just suspend disbelief?
Yeah. Can I give you an example there, right? When you go and play paintball, right? Literally go and do skirmish paintball, and you're running around, you get that fear, that genuine fear that they're coming at you, you're going at them, something's going to happen, you're probably going to die, right? You get that fear, you honestly believe it, and you forget about the fact that it's just paintball, right? Because you take it seriously. You're able to put that fact to the side. All we're asking you to do is do the same thing with that disbelief, is go, okay, I've got a crap job, I've got a crap life, it's impossible for me to have the millions of dollars required. No, forget that. Take that side of your brain, all those elements that form that disbelief, and just put them out to the side, like you do when you're running through the freaking bush with a gun and scared, and you know, everyone knows that feeling because you are literally capable of removing it. So all we're saying is remove the disbelief.
Absolutely. So just have fun with this, okay? If you were writing a book, if you were writing a movie about your life, what would you put in it? So the very first thing. I just want to make. Oh, let's just get straight into it. Let's just get straight into it. So we're getting super specific here, Matt Kelly. Like crazy specific. So I want you to ask yourself questions like, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you think about? You know, do you think, oh shit, I hate my life because I have to go to a job? You know, FML, I have to go and sit in traffic for an hour. Or are you like totally pumped? Or do you like look over to your absolutely smoking hot girlfriend and just go, damn, that is one fine piece of ace. Like, you know, what's the first thing that you think about?
Forget about what you think about now when you wake up. This is in your ideal life. And trust me, in your ideal life, you are not thinking about traffic.
No.
You do not. You should not be thinking about the boring stuff you've got to do that day. That is not ideal. Your ideal life is exactly, you wake up and what is the best possible thought that could go into your head? That's it.
Well, you know what I actually think? I've done this and I've answered this question, and the very first thing that I think of when I wake up is, wow, I wonder what outrageous shit is going to happen to me today. I'm filled with that positive expectancy that like damn, like something like I'm just going to be, at some point today, I'm just going to be like, man, I can't believe that happened.
And that happens now, doesn't it, Dave?
Mate, it happens almost instantly. Like the instant that you start waking up with that positive expectancy, crazy shit happens. People start calling you and be like, "Oh yeah, Dave, can you like run this program? And yeah, we'll pay you a lot of money for it." I'm like, yes, I can do that. You like walk along the street and like find $2 on the ground. You're like, all right. You know, girls start text messaging you constantly. Just awesome stuff happens, all right, with that positive expectancy. So, all right, let's go back to the ideal day. So, what's the first thing that you say to yourself when you wake up? What's the first thing that you see? You know, do you look out your window and do you see the beach, or what do you see? Personally, I do see the beach. You know, where do you? All right, so it's basically what you need to ask is, what will I be thinking at that point, and who will I be with?
And this is very experience-driven, Dave. It's all about that experience. It's not about what will I look at and like, you know, what, I mean, it could be, but not what book do I pick up or how much money do I have in my bank account. It's not about that. It's about that emotional experience that you have when you wake up and go, what do I think? What do I see? What do I experience around me on a deep level, on more of an, like, think enthusiasm, think excitement, think what is the single best thing that I could see when I wake up.
So you might wake up and go, damn, today is going to be awesome. And then you look outside and see the beach and see that the surf's rolling in perfectly. And you're like, yes, I'm going to get some waves today. And then you run downstairs and you walk past, you know, your butler who's busy making you a beautiful breakfast. And then as you pass the beach, you see some friends. So they jump in surfing with you like, yeah, you know, it's fun, it's good times. You have your wave all the time. Ask yourself, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Well, personally, for me, I'm thinking, damn, I live a really good life. I am so grateful to have all my friends. I really appreciate my friends. I appreciate my butler who makes me, no, my chef. I appreciate my chef who makes me these healthy, nutritious meals that like make me feel awesome. You know, aren't those some really high quality things to be feeling in your ideal day? Isn't that just pumping you up step by step by step? You know, so and your thing could be absolutely anything. Like you, Matt Kelly, might wake up thinking, "Wow, like this is going to be an awesome day to give away computer mice."
It might be. In my specific case, that isn't it, but I do enjoy giving away computer mice. So from time to time, my ideal day might form giving away computer mice. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's the experience driven. Think on that deep level. Try not to get too materialistic. Try not to think about the money and eliminate the disbelief, the impossibility. Nothing is impossible. That's something that we highlight every single week here. Impossible is an opinion. Forget that. Remove it from your brain and focus on that experience driven stuff.
So the materialistic stuff does not matter, but what does matter is that you get precisely clear. I'm talking about like plan out each individual minute every 15 minutes of your day.
Yeah.
All right. Now remember, this isn't going to happen every single day. You know, people will say to me, "Oh, Dave, I don't want to plan out what I'm doing. It's like 7:12 in the morning every single day." I'm like, yeah, but you've got to have something to shoot for. You've got to tell your brain what to shoot for. You've got to tell that RAS what to go after. All right? So you've woken up, you've thought some things. Maybe you've gone for a surf with your friends. You're coming back for breakfast. Who do you have breakfast with? Where do you have breakfast? What do you talk about at breakfast with the people that you're with? What does the breakfast taste like? You know, what sort of things do you have to cook your own breakfast? Does someone cook it for you? Do you have it at the beach? Do you have it in your house? Do you have it in the car? Do you have it on the run?
This is whatever you want it to be on that deep level. It's, okay, if I could do this, if there was no limitations, if it didn't matter how I got it or what happened, what would I have? What would I think about why I ate it? Who would I eat it with? This is all that stuff that... It's a simple response, but you've got to go deep to get that answer.
Well, you know what I'd have, Matt Kelly? I would have a private chef preparing me a buffet of healthy and nutritious breakfast selections. I would have that meal with my wife, who I don't currently have, but I'm going to have in my ideal day, with my kids, who I don't currently have, but I will have in my ideal day. And we're going to be on the rooftop of our 3-story mansion with some light breezes flowing, palm trees everywhere, some dance music in the background, and our chef and his staff serving at the buffet. And we're going to be talking about how awesome today is going to be. My kids are going to be telling me the exciting stuff that they are planning to do that day. My wife and I are going to look at each other and go, you know what? We have amazing kids. Like, I really appreciate my kids. How precise is that?
That is very precise. And that's what you need to do. You need to create that reality. You need to know exactly what you want. That's what you've done.
And Matt Kelly, if you come back, if this Skype call terminated now and we never podcasted again, call me up, please, in 2 years and see if that shit's happened.
I'd like to think I'd call you within 2 years, but sure, I'll book it in. I'll put it in the diary. Yeah, 2 years.
Awesome. All right, so, look, I've got a list of questions here because this is awesome, and I really just want to read it out, mate. This is badass. So, what I would recommend podcast listeners do if they really want to go balls in, if they really want to go all in on this exercise, is slow this podcast down and listen to these questions and get the answers to each one, because it will be amazing. So let's do it. Where would you live? What would your house look like? What time do you wake up in the morning? What's the first thing that you think about? What do you have for breakfast? What are you thinking about at every step during the day? How do you spend the first half of your day? Who would you eat with? What are your friends like? What do you discuss at lunchtime? What do you do for personal fulfillment? What life purpose are you striving for? What would your business be? What time do you start work? What do you actually do for work? What are your clients like? Who are your clients? Do you like your clients? You should. You can create your ideal client, so why not create a client that loves you and wants to pay you heaps of money? What is your relationships like? What is your intimate relationships like? What are your kids like? What do you talk about with your kids? What do you like about each other? What do your kids and your wife appreciate within you? What do you have for dinner? Where do you have dinner? Who do you have dinner with? What do you talk about at dinner? What are you thinking about at dinner? What are you feeling at dinner? Winding down later at night. You know, what do you do at night time? Who would you do it with? Do you do it with friends? Do you do it with your family? Do you do it by yourself? What are you thinking as your last thought as you go to sleep? Mate, you answer those questions and you have just created probably one of the most precise ideal days that you will ever create. Your RAS knows to shoot for that. You've just fed the samurai. I promise you that will happen.
The samurai knows exactly what their mission is when you've done that. And that mission is to accomplish every single one of those things and make that their ideal average day every day. What's the challenge? There's no challenge. You know where you're going. And when you know where you're going, it's clarity is power. When you know where you're going, it takes away that difficulty, that stress, that pain, that heartache, disbelief. No, remove the disbelief. You don't need it.
So Matt Kelly, it's like when you're faced with a tough decision, and we were talking about this last episode with the inner conflict, right? When you have a tough decision to make,
yep.
If you've got this ideal day here, you can be like, well, does that fit with my average ideal day? Is that moving me towards my average ideal day, or is that moving me away? Interesting question, hey?
You can apply it across your whole life. So you could be, am I going to go to work today? Is this job right for me? Or are my friends right for me? Do I need to fire some of my friends? Maybe. If you do need to, who are you going to spend time with and what are you going to do? As you make these sort of day-to-day decisions, and you do make these decisions every single day, keeping that in the back of your mind enables you to go, well, wait a minute. This is not helping me. This is not getting me to where I want to go in life. So I need to stop that. I need to change that. I need to refocus.
Okay. Exactly, man. Exactly. I want to share with people. All right. I want to share with people. This is the internet. We're very honest. I'm going to go balls in here.
All
I'm
right.
going to share with people some of how precise I got with my answers for this exercise when I did it, because I think it will illustrate the sort of depth that you need to go to. All right. So, all right. Where should I tuck in? So, so I wanted to wake up, and then go down to the beach and go surfing. So I'm down at the beach. I'm walking along the beach when I see some friends. We smile at each other. I say hello to them. Maybe we have a quick chat, and we definitely have a laugh. We laugh with our own groundskeeper on our property, who, as we enter and exit our own estate. When I'm out in the surf, I'm with some of my best mates, and we talk about man stuff. But it's all good, clean, bloaty stuff, and my friends out there really build me up and add value to my life. Now get this. This is how deep I went. The surf break is consistent, so you can get a wave most days. It will be a good, clean A-frame or super consistent point break. It will not be crowded. It will basically be me and my mates, and that's it. That's what I want to do in my ideal day. I've even told you how many people there will be in the surf. Like, how much more precise do you want to get? You know what? I probably could get more precise, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is feeding the samurai. So, seriously, folks, whatever you want in your average ideal day, just go for it. Hey, go for it. Go for it. And Matt Kelly, I just want to tell a little story about on the path towards this average ideal day.
Yeah.
All right. So imagine that your average ideal day is like climbing Mount Everest, right? It's a big mountain. It looks enormous. You're down here at the moment. You're not even on screen, right? You're stuck in the lowly valley of Kathmandu, perhaps.
Why not?
Why not? Why not? You're stuck in the slums. Maybe you're in the gutter. Maybe you have no money. You have absolutely no way to get to this ideal life, or so it seems. But you do this exercise. You write down exactly what does Mount Everest look like. You know? What am I going to have to do when I get to the bottom of that Khumbu Glacier? What am I going to have to do to take the first step up? And then when I get to the Lhotse face, what am I going to have to do? And then how am I going to feel along all these steps? What's it going to look like? What feeling am I going to get when I achieve the magnificent achievement of getting to the top? What sights am I going to see? Right? At the moment, you might be down here in the valley and you have no idea. It does not even seem real at the moment. But you've worked it out.
Yeah.
Step by step, you take your path, you try and find your way. You might have to go around a few valleys. You might have to go more west before you can come back onto the path. It's a winding journey. But as long as you're moving in the general direction of what you want, it will get there. You will totally get there. And folks, that's part of the game of life. It really is. Life is a game. Life is a game. We're teaching you the rules. We're teaching you how to play, how to kick ass, how to live outrageously.
These are really the tips of life, even more than the rules. If you do these things, you can just succeed with the sloth. You can go through and step after step after step after step. Sure, you live a life, but it's not the life you want to live. You want to live an outrageous, remarkable life, and that's what we're teaching.
Absolutely. And, you know, Will Smith's grandma, she's got some words. And I was gonna hit you back with your quote at the start of this episode, but I was like, no, I'll leave it to the end. Will Smith, I've quoted him every episode, I think. I'm going to quote his grandma. His grandma said, if you're going to be here on this earth, it is your responsibility to contribute something, to make something happen. And I totally agree with it. Why waste your time? You know, the famous, I think it was Thoreau or that Ralph guy. I can't remember his exact name. He said,
That's very specific.
You know what he said? Most men lead lives of quiet desperation. They never experience the highs. They never experience the lows. They're just right in the middle. And, you know, we saw Seth Godin at the start. The internet is now here. If ever you needed an opportunity, now is the time to do it.
Yeah,
You literally can. Whatever you are into, honestly, there are people out there that are into the same stuff. If you never thought you could make money off your passion, now you can. Right? Now you can. You seriously can do it. Your ideal life is so possible. Go and define your ideal life. Your RAS will switch on. The samurai will kick into gear. The sloth will die. And I'll see you in probably 2 or 3 years. And, mate, I just, like, it's going to be awesome. Like, I'm pretty sure there'll be helicopters involved.
There will, of course there will be helicopters involved.
And what else is going to be involved? I really like helicopters, so
yeah,
probably, yeah, mate. Just like
it's whatever you want it to be.
It is whatever you want it to be. It seriously is. Go out and make it happen. Answer those questions. Answer those questions that we just went through, please. Matt Kelly, have you got anything more to add to the business?
Listen, I've got a. Let's jump straight into the quick tips because mine applies to this. My quick tip.
Great,
now,
great.
You've got to go through this process. Whether you like it or not, you are already going through this process of mapping out your ideal day. We know that now, and you are doing it. So, why not take advantage of that and do it properly and write it all out? Because it'll really help you get that clarity. Now, once you've done that, once you've got that clarity, it's easy to let the sloth come in, like the sloth does every single day, and attach itself to your leg, and you've got to samurai it off. In order to samurai it off, there you go. Dead. Just
Wiggle, yeah.
You want to cut the samurai off immediately, right? So once you've done that, once you've cut it off, you do that in this case by taking the first step. So you've mapped out, you've got the clarity. Now it's time for the first step. And this could be anything. This could be, okay, I know what I want to do for a job. I know what I want to do for work. What's the first thing I do? It might be research. It might be preparation. It might just be making a phone call, a cold call, getting advice from someone, whatever it is. It could be posting a job on Elance and outsourcing some development work. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. When Dave and I started this podcast, 7 episodes ago, we were like, yep, we know what we want it to be. We know exactly the type of content. We know who we want to watch this. And we were going to make it happen. It's that simple. There we go. He's got a whiteboard right there.
I'm going to show you something, all right?
Show us, go.
This is badass. Remember Matt Kelly's tip about, on one side of the board, write what you are now. On the other side, write what you want to become. All right? This is crazy shit, and this totally proves what we've just talked about. Okay. So on this side, I had what I wanted. I rubbed that. What I was, I rubbed that out. On this side... Can we see up the top? #1 personal development podcast on iTunes. I want it to be number one podcast in a category. Guess where we are after 2 weeks, Matt Kelly?
I know exactly where we are after 2 weeks, Dave. I know exactly where. We are currently, on last check, we were sitting at number 7 in the health... Number 7 in the health category. Of the thousands of podcasts, number 7. Now, what does that mean? 7 episodes in, we've been doing this for just a couple of weeks. We took the first step. We were like, yeah, we can do this. We've got a little bit of gear, not much, but we'll start, okay? So we went through the first step. We just got content out there. We just did it. You can go to livingoutrageously.com. It's not great. It's a standard blog. We just wanted to get content out. Apple saw it and they were like, cool, we're going to feature that. And suddenly you guys have been able to find us as a result of that. Now, what does that mean? It means we knew ultimately where we wanted to go, but because we took that first step, the universe came in, it knew the vision, it knew where we were trying to go, and it just enabled that at a much faster, much more powerful rate than we had even imagined. So for us...
Can't believe it, man.
For us, we're suddenly this much... We've gone from the goal being this far away to this far away, and we're going to get there really soon. Now...
In 2 weeks, man.
In 2 weeks. Now, and people do this for years, right? People do this... There's podcasts out there with literally hundreds of episodes, but... I honestly believe because we went through that process, because we knew where we wanted to go, it's happening. And you can apply this to any situation. Forget about podcasting. I've got an example I made a note of here, because I really like it. This is a throwback, Dave. Here you go, bit of a tribute to you. If you know more than anybody in the world about lamb bacon, right?
Okay.
If you know more than anyone in the world about it, why haven't you already started writing your 100-word ebook on recipes for lamb bacon, methods of cooking lamb bacon, things to eat with lamb bacon, the best way to share lamb bacon with your friends. Why haven't you written that basic ebook? Why haven't you recorded videos on it? Why aren't you going through this process? It's so easy to do it. And guess what? Affiliate marketing is big right now. You can get other people to sell your products for you, and they make a cut, which means you don't even have marketing costs. You've got nothing. You put it out there and people buy it. It's that simple. Why are you not already doing this if you have a passion? My quick tip is take the first step, whatever that may be. Just take a chance. Just see what happens. You know where you want to be. You've gone through it. You've got the clarity. You've got the power. Do it right now. Dave, quick tip. What do you got?
Matt Kelly, I love that, mate. That is so great. You've completely gassed me on this quick tip. I've just got a very small one.
That's perfect. We love the quick tips.
It's quick, and it's awesome. All right, so if you want to be really wealthy, okay, you want to have a lot of cash, all right, you've got to start opening yourself up to that abundance, right? The abundance of wealth. You've got to start adopting this abundant mentality that, wealth is just raining. Money does grow on trees.
I know what you're going to do here, Dave.
All I got to do is pick the fruit, okay? You need some way to trigger your brain, to tell your brain that money is everywhere, okay? You need to pay for everything in cash, absolutely everything.
Yep.
Pay for everything in cash, withdraw a buttload of notes, and put them in a money clip. If you want to be wealthy, you got to act like you're wealthy, even if you're not. Go get yourself a money clip and put a buttload of cash in there. That's my quick tip. That's my quick tip. And because you know what happens? Every time I pull my wallet, right, not only do I have a small wallet, this is fantastic. Okay, when I pull my wallet out, a couple of things happen. One, I look at all the cash and I go, shit, yeah, I'm freaking rich. Even if this is the last $300 in my bank account, when I look at it, my brain goes, wow, you're rich. The second thing is, other people look at you and go, wow, he's got a lot of cash in his wallet. He's got a money clip. He must be rich. He must be expensive. Yeah. So what that means is when they go to hire you for your services...
To be expected, Dave. To be expected.
They're going to pay you a lot. Yep. They're going to pay you a lot. Matt Kelly, that's my quick tip.
Love it. Love it. That's a quality quick... And you know what? The other thing is that's a lot of very high-profile people use that exact tactic and they use it to get to where they are. We know that because we've read about it. And you can go and look it up right now. The power, the psychological power of just having a money clip.
Get a money clip. Get a money clip. It doesn't have to be like a $4,000 gold-plated silver thing.
Just go on eBay. Get one.
Mate, I saw one on eBay. You can get one for $2.
Wow.
Free shipping in the United States. Are you freaking serious? Mate, that's badass. All right, I think that's a wrap, Matt Kelly. Oh, by the way, I cannot finish this episode without saying how awesome, seriously, if you thought this episode was good, right, you wait till the next episode.
Oh, man.
Mate, we are going to... All right, so your ideal day, right, what you worked out right now, we're going to show you how to make that shit happen. And really, really fast. And we're going to show you that it does not cost as much as you think. Sound exciting, Matt Kelly?
That sounds extremely exciting. You know what I'm excited about, Dave? I'm excited about going, what do you want to accomplish? What are your dreams? This is exactly how you do it. And it doesn't matter what the dream is. That is freaking exciting. Are you kidding me? I want to record it right now. I want to go. Man, I'm excited. This is huge.
All right. That's awesome, Matt Kelly. That's awesome. You really can live your dreams. Put it out on paper. It'll happen fast. Folks, Matt Kelly, have you got any more business? Because, man, I'm done. I'm going to go eat a watermelon.
Yeah, Dave, listen, one quick thing.
Okay.
One quick thing. If you want to go and learn more about what we're doing and what we're talking about, I recorded an interview with a world-class entrepreneur, a guy called Dan Rollman. He founded recordsetter.com, and which is formerly the Universal Record Database. You need to go check out recordsetter.com, or if you want to watch the interview, mattkelly.com.au, click the interviews button, it'll be right there. Yeah, I did that yesterday, and I'm pretty happy with it. He had a lot of quality insights about him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have plugged that for you.
No, it's okay.
That interview is really, really good. Dan Rollman is a quality man.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hustle. he made a world record organization. Record setter is the Bomb Diggity. So go check
really
that
is,
out.
yeah.
And if you want to check out any more about this podcast or people to find Matt Kelly, he's at mattkelly.com.au. Or what's your Twitter?
Twitter.com/Matthew Kelly. I think a few people have followed me, actually. That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Share the love. Share the love. Share it on Facebook. Remember, if you go to facebook.com/livingoutrageously, Matt Kelly will send you one of his freaky transformer mice. Otherwise, livingoutrageously.com. That's where all the action is. And Matt Kelly, we say it every week, if you want a boring life,
go sit in a cubicle.
My name's Dave Thompson. That is Matt Kelly, and we will catch you on the flip side. Yeah!
Peace out, everyone.